Hello Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Aries, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Aries, let's get started. How does Aries currently view this relationship? All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, we got the Wheel of Fortune, and then we also have the 10 of Swords out here. Okay, all right. In regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, I want to focus on this energy right here. It's like you're looking at this opportunity that's presenting itself to you as like a too good to be true type of opportunity. There's a lot of doubt, though, on your end when it comes down to this opportunity that's presenting itself to you. It almost seems too good to be true. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, let's see. We have the King of Wands, we got the Moon, and then we also have the Two of Swords. Okay, so this has a lot to do with a person. So you're dealing with a King of Wands like energy. Okay. So you could be dealing with another Aries, possibly a Leo, maybe even a Sag. It doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but this person has a lot to hide. This person has a lot to hide. Yeah, this person has a whole lot to hide, especially with the moon coming out here. I mean, the moon can definitely represent secrets. I don't know about this damn person, though, because it's like they okay, how do I explain this? It's like they portray themselves to be a trustworthy person, an honest person, but I don't believe that this person actually is. That's the thing. I don't believe that that's actually the case here. A King of Wands is, yeah, a King of Wands is like a very convincing energy, very convincing, super persuasive. So I feel like this person is trying to, I guess, like, convince you that they're like an honest person, you know, a trustworthy person, somebody that you don't gotta worry about, blah 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 blah. But I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know about all of that. I wouldn't know about all of that. And then on top of that, you have the 10 of Swords that literally says the 10 of Swords. So there's two 10 of Swords in this tarot deck. There's a 10 of Swords that says everything is fine, and then you got this one that says the 10 of Swords at the bottom, right here. So that's kind of telling me when it comes down to your worries and your concerns about this person. Now, yeah, when it comes down to your worries and your concerns about this person, you definitely do have something to worry about when it comes down to this person. Now, granted, I'm not entirely sure exactly what it is that you're worried and concerned about when it comes down to this person. So there might be like one thing in particular, right, that's crossing your mind, that's causing you to think like, I don't know, maybe this person is a narcissist, you know? Maybe this person's, you know, a cheater. You know, maybe this person's a liar, you know, but you could be right about one thing about this person, that they're a narcissist or they're a liar or, you know, they're a cheater, you know, like it doesn't have to be all of those things that you're worried and concerned about when it comes down to this person. It might just be one thing that you're essentially getting right about this person. Maybe they are an actual liar. Maybe they are an actual narcissist. You know what I mean? Hopefully I'm not like confusing anybody, because like I said, it's like whatever your worries and your concerns are when it comes down to this person, because I feel like you're worried and concerned about a lot of things when it comes down to this person, but all of the things that you are worried and concerned about, you might be wrong about a few things, you know what I mean? Like just like the list that I basically gave, like, you know, as far as them potentially being like a narcissist, a liar, a cheater, like this person might just be a narcissist. They may not be a cheater, they may not be a liar, but they're definitely a narcissist. You know what I mean? This person may not be an honest person, but they're definitely not a cheater. They're definitely not a narcissist. You see, that's like basically what I'm trying to convey to you. Now, before I continue, let me go get my charger. 1 second. Okay, we're back. Let's look a little bit more into this 10 of Swords energy. Tell me more about the 10 of Swords. Wait a minute. Tell me more about the 10 of Swords. Okay, let's see. All right, so we have the Page of Wands, we do have the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the King of Swords. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I was kind of suspecting, is that you kind of have like a laundry list, right, of things that you think you need to be worried and concerned about when it comes down to this person. Now, if you have like 20 things on this laundry list that you have when it comes down to what you think you should be worried and concerned about, you might be right about 5. You might be right about like, 5 things that you're picking up on. But you might be wrong about like the other 15, for example. So to a certain extent, I do feel like there are things that you need to be worried and concerned about in reference to this person, but everything that's crossing your mind when it comes onto this particular person, I wouldn't necessarily say you're 100% right about. You might be right about 5 things about this person that you're picking up on, or that you're thinking you should be worried and concerned about, but the other 15 are things that you don't have to be worried and or concerned about. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so it's like, let's just look into this person. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay, so I'm going to look at that moon energy, because this person continues to harness the moon energy, which, like I said, it does definitely represent secrets. It does definitely represent secrets. King of Pentacles to the King of Cups. Okay. Okay. I will say that if you're worried and concerned about this person being a cheater, for example, that's not anything you got to worry about. If you're worried and concerned, that this person, doesn't love you and doesn't care about you, that's not anything that you need to be worried and concerned about. Is basically what I'm getting so far. Tell me more about the moon. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. All right. Let's just do this. Let's just get this over with. How do I explain this? But I don't necessarily see why that's anything that you would have to like be worried and concerned about. I mean, let me just throw it out there, okay? Does this person have a lot of fucking secrets? Oh, absolutely. Hands down, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. But I feel like the secrets that this person has a lot to do with like things that this individual has done in their past. You know what I mean? Like, is basically what I'm getting, like prior to like them meeting you, for prime example. With the Seven of Swords to the Eight of Swords coming out here, that's kind of basically insinuating that this person is still to this day carrying around a guilty conscience. About what? I don't know, but it's nothing good. That's one thing that I will say. This person clearly did do something in their past, okay, that they're not proud of, that they wish that they would have never essentially done. I am definitely, getting that. And I think that if you were to become aware of the things that this person has essentially done in their past, it would change your perception of them. It would cause you to look at them like they're a cheater, they're a liar, they're a manipulator, they're a bad person. I mean, like, the list goes on and on, okay? Now, I just want to make this very, very clear here, because I don't want to create any sort of misunderstanding here, okay? Do I think that this person cheated on you, while they were like with you? No. Do I think that this person is carrying around a guilty conscience because of something that they did throughout the course of their involvement with you? No. I think that this has a lot to do with things that this person has done in their past prior to essentially meeting you. I will definitely say that. So like, for example, because it's like, it's confusing, because it's like you did get the Ten of Swords that says the Ten of Swords. So here's what I will say about this person, okay? Because to a certain extent, do you have something to worry about when it comes down to this person? Yes. And it's only because of what this person's capable of. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, in a previous like marriage or relationship that they were part of, they essentially cheated on the individual that they were with. Now, Do I feel like this person has, essentially cheated on you or anything like that? No, I'm not going to go ahead and say all of that because I don't believe that this person has ever cheated on you while they were with you. However, are they capable of it? I mean, yeah, because if this person has done it in their past, they could turn around and definitely do it again. Um, so then there's that. You know what I mean? So do I feel like to a certain extent you do have something to worry about when it comes down to this person? Yeah, absolutely. Like if this person is capable of doing X, Y, and Z in their past, they're capable of doing it again. You know what I mean? So if this person was constantly lying to the person that they were with prior to like getting involved with you, they're very capable of lying to you because if they lied to them, they could totally lie to you. Not saying that they are, not saying that they're going to, but are they capable of it? Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Um, okay, let's just keep going. This person is like, let's just see where the wind takes us, I guess, when it comes down to this person. Because now I feel like things are starting to get a little complicated. But how does, we have the Chariot. We have the, okay. It all makes sense now. We got the Chariot to the Devil to the Six of Cups out here. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Swords. Okay, so it looks like you go from, man, like this person, like, they're so perfect. They have everything that I truly want and desire. But I don't know, man. Something's making me feel like they're a little too damn good to be true, right? But does that stop you from continuing to pursue this person and this dynamic between you and this person? No, I see you continuing to pursue this person either which way. However, with the Devil coming out here to the Three of Swords, that's kind of telling me that you're experiencing a lot of challenges / obstacles within your relationship with this person. I'm going to pick this back up just in case, and I'm going to clarify the Devil. Tell me more about the Devil. Okay. So we have the Four of Cups to the Eight of Pentacles, so Seven of Pentacles to the King of Swords. Okay. These challenges / obstacles you're facing within your relationship with this person are essentially making things very challenging and very, very difficult, is basically what I'm getting. But what challenges? I'm trying to freaking figure out. Matter of fact, I think it's going to come out when I look at this person. So let me jump back over to them. How does this person currently feel? Let's see. So we have the High Priestess to the Two of Cups. We also have the Sun to the Ten of Swords to the Two of Wands to the to the Tower coming out here. For those of you who do tarot, by the way, it's just like a little trick or whatever, but every time you see the Devil, the Tower is going to eventually come out. You can bet your last dollar on it that it's going to eventually come out, vice versa. When you get the Tower, the Devil will essentially come out. Anyways, doesn't matter. Point is, what I was going to say was, what I was going to say is that the challenges that you guys are facing within your relationship with this person, they know. They know why you guys are going through what you guys are essentially going through within this dynamic that the two of you essentially share with one another. And unfortunately, I do believe that it has a lot to do with what I already basically went over about this particular person that you find yourself connecting with. So going back to what I said, let's just say in a previous relationship, this person, found themselves constantly lying and manipulating that person that they were essentially with, right? Prior to getting involved with you. Well, those are things that this person may not want you to essentially know about them, primarily because they don't want your perception of them to essentially change. But the reasons why you could very well be having the amount of issues that you guys are having within your relationship could have a lot to do with the person that this person used to essentially be. You know what I mean? So if this person was the one that was constantly lying and manipulating the person that they were essentially with prior to getting involved with you, they might, find themselves essentially thinking that you're constantly lying and manipulating them. A thief is always going to suspect the person that's standing next to them is a freaking thief too. You see what I mean? A liar is going to always suspect that the person standing next to them is a fucking liar too. You see what I mean? And that's basically what's happening here. Within this dynamic here between the two of you. Going back to what I already said, They know why you guys are having the amount of problems that you guys are essentially having within your, dynamic with one another. They already know. That's kind of besides the point here. The reason why they think that, you're a thief is because they used to be a thief. The reason why they think that you're a liar is because they used to be a liar. The reason why they think that you're a cheater is because they used to be a fucking cheater. The reason why they think you're a narcissist is because they used to be a fucking narcissist. The reason why this person, thinks that you're constantly gaslighting them and manipulating them is because they used to gaslight and manipulate the hell out of people. You see what I mean? Like, a thief is always going to basically think the person that's standing across from them, standing right beside them, is a thief too. And that's just what it is. That's just the reality of the situation. With the Sun to the Two of Cups to the High Priestess coming out here, though, this person, how do I explain them? This person's really good at picking people. I know, but I'm just gonna say it because it's kind of what I'm gathering off of this person. Like, this person is really good at picking people, and who they choose to invest in. They're really, really good at it. Okay, they're really, really good at it. Very fucking good at it, actually. This is that type of person that knows. You know what I mean? Who they should invest in and who they should not invest in, who they should trust and who they shouldn't trust. They know. They're really, really good at picking people. Really good at picking people. Very, very good at it. And it's because of how intuitive this person actually is. On an intuitive level, this person can sense and feel, when they are in good company and when they're not. I think that the issue that they are essentially having here is basically what I already mentioned. You know what I mean? Like, on a soul level, on an intuitive level, this person can think that you're awesome. This person could think that you're great. This person could think that, you're trustworthy all they want. However, because this person used to be a thief, they think that you're a thief. You know what I mean? Because this person used to be a liar, now they think you're a liar. Because this person used to be a cheater, now they think you're a cheater. That's the problem. That's just to sum it all up, that is the problem here. And that's the thing, right? Is that, like, their intuition, God, I guess the best way I could describe it, it's kind of like their intuition is telling them everything that they essentially need to know about you, right? Which is nothing but good things, right? So on an intuitive level, soul level, they feel really good about you. The problem is that this person is being haunted by the individual they used to essentially be, if that makes any sense. So because they used to be a thief, now they think, fuck, I'm dealing with a damn thief. Not to say that you are a thief. I'm just telling you, again, they're being haunted by the person they used to essentially be. So therefore, because they used to be a thief, now they're over here thinking, well, shit, I'm probably dealing with a thief here. You know what I mean? But it's I don't know. It's complicated. Oh my God, your person's very complicated because I can't emphasize this enough. This person's very good at selecting, like, who they choose to invest their time and energy towards, who they choose to give their all to. Like, they're very, very good at it. Like, very, very good. Very, very good at it. Like, very, very good at it. Like, this is not that type of person that has ever ended up with anybody who played them. Like, that's how good this person is at selecting people. You know what I mean? When it comes down to, like, who they choose to take seriously, who they choose to invest their all into, like, they're very, very good at selecting people on who they choose to go off and invest all their time and energy towards. Like, this is that type of person that is very, very good at, avoiding cheaters, liars, manipulators, thieves. And you want to know why they're so good at it? Why they're so good at it is because they themselves were once upon a time that. They know a freaking thief when they see a damn thief. The problem is that, I think that this person's being haunted by, like, who they used to be. Therefore, they think that you're, a thief, even though they can clearly see you're not. But because this person's being haunted by the fact that they used to be a thief, they think that you're a thief. So the reason why, oh my God, where did you find this person? Okay, hold on. Let me get comfortable. The reason why this person's good at selecting people, and why they always end up with somebody who's loyal to them, faithful to them, trustworthy, all of these things, is because they used to be everything that nobody would essentially want to build with or settle down with or manifest and or create a life with. you see what, so they're good at avoiding cheaters because they used to be a cheater, so they know a fucking cheater when they see one. They know how a cheater moves, they know how they walk, they know how they talk, they know how they act. So when a person starts to show them signs that they're a cheater, they're gonna avoid investing into that person because they know a cheater when they see a cheater because they used to be one. If a person, for example, is like, a pathological liar, for perfect example, and they meet somebody who's a pathological liar, they're able to identify, oh, that's a pathological liar over there. You want to know why they're so good at identifying a pathological liar? Because they were once upon a time, like, they used to be one, you know what I mean? So they can spot a pathological liar. They could spot a cheater. They could spot a narcissist. They could spot all of these things. They can spot all of these things because they used to be all of these things. Now, they're not those things now. I just want to throw that out there. They're not all of those things now, but it's a tricky situation because, oh my Lord, this person's giving me a headache. It's a tricky situation because, God, they're giving me a headache. Like, I could feel it coming. It's a tricky situation in the sense where they're capable. You know what I mean? Like, they are capable of manipulating you. They're capable of gaslighting you. They're capable at cheating on. They're capable of all of these things. They're capable of it. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you're going to experience with them, but they're capable of these things. So, oh my God, this person's giving me a headache. So, then there's that. Then there's that. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. This person really does give me a headache. They give me a headache, man. Okay, so in regards to how you plan on moving, let me get my mind right, because I could just feel the migraine coming. In regards to how you plan on moving forward, okay, that's another thing, is that this person, they're very, very convincing. They're very, very convincing. When you look at this person, you look at them, as somebody who more than likely is innocent, somebody could do no wrong, you probably look at them like they're a damn damaged snowflake, for all I know, okay? They're far from those things. They're not damaged, well, let me not even say that this person is not damaged. Fuck that. Let me rewind on that real quick. I think that you look at this person like, how do you say ay bendito in English? It's like, oh, poor thing. Poor thing. Like, look at this. Look at this person. Like, look at all they've been through. Poor thing. This person hasn't been through shit. They haven't been through shit. They haven't been through shit. They haven't been through shit, Aries. They have not been through shit. And I think that this person has you so convinced that they have, when in all actuality they have. They haven't. They haven't been through shit. They're too good. They're too good at selecting people. They're too good at it. They're just too good at it. And the reason why they're too good at it is because they've been everything nobody ever wants to essentially deal with, encounter, or build with. They've been all of those things. You see what I mean? So it's like that's the best way that I could describe them without giving myself even more of a headache. But it's like when you look at them like, ay bendito, like, poor thing. Like, look at this person. They've been through this. They've been through that. Let me give them some grace. I'm not saying you shouldn't give people grace. Definitely give people grace. But you're giving this person grace to what? I don't know. Because I feel like this person, let me confirm. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Is that you're looking at this person with these ay bendito eyes, like these oh my God eyes, like, oh my God, look at them. It's like look at them. It's just like they've just been through so much, and let me give them some grace. Let me, whatever. And it's like, they haven't been through anything. So They haven't been through anything. I understand that they want you to think that they have. I get that. I understand that completely, why they would want you to think that, but they haven't been through shit. They haven't been fucking played before. They haven't been cheated on before. Ain't nobody walked up in this person's life and wasted their time. Like, no. No. I don't know what this person tried to convince you of, but no. 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 No, they have not. They are lying to you. They're lying to you. And you're kind of looking at them like, oh, I've been bendito, like, but they've been through this and they've been through that. They haven't been through any damn thing. They haven't been through any damn thing. Whatever this person told you that they went through, they have not went through. They have not went through. I don't care what the hell this person's telling you. Like, they have not. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what this person's telling you, but that's a lie. That's a lie. It is a lie. And so then there's that, right? This one over here, I will give them that. You know, they successfully gave me a headache. I will give them that. I'll give them that. We got the Four of Pentacles. We got the Two of Swords. We got the Hangman. Then we got the Seven of Wands out here. So the Knight of Wands. And then we also have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. So in regards to how this person plans on moving forward, I see this person realizing something. It's kind of like a light bulb moment in the near future, which I do want to kind of look at that a little bit more. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords to the Three of Cups, and then we also have the Emperor out here. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Pentacles to the Three of Swords. Basically, what's going on within this person is exactly what I said. What's going on within this person, I think that this person is having a hard time trusting, you know, their intuition, because they're being haunted by their old self. You got to understand, okay? They're used to playing people, not being played. They're used to lying to people, not people lying to them. They're used to manipulating people, not people manipulating them. You see what I mean? And because they're being haunted by their old self, it's causing this person to think, well, wait a second. I could be investing into someone, aka Aries, that may be manipulating me, that may be lying to me, that may be doing this, that, and the third, right? But this is just them being haunted by their old self, okay? That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And I see them realizing that, oh, that's what's happening to me. The reason why I think the way that I think is because of everything I've ever put everybody else through. That's why I think the way that I think. Because if their intuition, right, is telling them it's safe for you to invest in Aries, you can trust Aries, you can believe Aries, you can invest into Aries. If their intuition is giving them the green light when it comes down to you, that's kind of telling me that whatever it is this person's worried and concerned about in reference to you, they don't have anything to worry about. You want to know why? Because when we looked at this person's energy, they got the Ten of Swords that says everything is fine, which I spoke to you about this already. When a person gets the Ten of Swords that says everything is fine, when it comes down to your worries and your concerns about the individual you're dealing with, you don't have anything to worry about. But when you get the Ten of Swords that says the Ten of Swords, okay, then you got something to worry about. Now, let me just try to like clear something up before I leave, because you did get the Ten of Swords. You definitely got the Ten of Swords. So to a certain extent, you do have something to essentially worry about. And from the looks of it, it kind of looks like it has a lot to do with what I just mentioned. But tell me more about the Ten of Swords. Okay, so what you need to be worried and concerned about is that you're dealing with somebody who's very capable. Very, very capable of lying to you, manipulating you, gaslighting you, betraying you, and deceiving you. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I'm just gonna say it, and I'm not gonna try to rationalize this or make this make sense, because like this person, they just don't make sense to me, and it's kind of like driving me a little insane. So I'm just gonna say it, and like, because I can't rationalize, I can't. This is like messing with my head at this point. I think the only reason why you got the Ten of Swords is because I feel like the only reason why you got the Ten of Swords, Aries, in regards to like you needing to essentially be worried and concerned about this individual, is because you're dealing with an individual that's very capable of things that when you look at them, you're just like, no, there's no way. No, there's no way. There's no way that this person was capable of, X, Y, and Z. But I'm being honest with you. They very much so are. They very much so are. So that's the only thing that you need to be worried and concerned about. Now, this is where it kind of gets even more complicated. And like I said, I'm just going to say it. You know what I mean? When it comes down to you, you make this person not want to be that way anymore. Like, you make this person not want to lie anymore. You make this person not want to cheat anymore. You make this person not want to manipulate anybody anymore. Like, you make this person not want to be those things anymore. And the primary reason why you make this person not want to essentially be this way anymore is because they know that if they continue to be the person that they used to be, they're going to lose you. They're going to lose you. And I know that this is going to make this person sound very, very cold-hearted, but I'm going to say it anyways. All these people that this person lied to and played and finessed and manipulated, they didn't care to lose these people. They didn't care to lose these people. They didn't care to lose these people. So cheating on Susan was nothing to them, because they didn't care whether Susan was there today, gone tomorrow. Lying to Bob was nothing to them, because they didn't care if Bob was there today, gone tomorrow. But when it comes down to you, they care. They care. They care. And they care a lot. So then there's that. It's kind of hard to explain this, but it's like, do I believe you have been essentially lied to by this person? Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. If I had to bet my last dollar on it, honey, you have been lied to by this person when it comes down to the person that they used to be. I will say that, you know what I mean? Because and initially when this relationship started, you kind of looked at them like, I don't know, like this person looks a little too good to be true, but you know what? They look good. I like them. Let me see where this goes. And you went for it. You know what I mean? But that's the only thing that like spirit is conveying to you, is that when it comes down to you thinking they're a little too good to be true, or whatever the case may be, to a certain extent, I guess, yes, they are, it's hard to explain, man. This person's so freaking complicated, man. Why did this person make my life just so challenging and difficult all of a sudden? It's like, I almost want to tell you, you don't have anything to worry about. However, you did get the Ten of Swords, so I do have to acknowledge that. Do I believe that you've been lied to by this person? Yes. Do I believe that this person has cheated on you? No. Do I believe that this person has, lied to you? I mean, well, they did lie to you, but do I feel like they also manipulated you too, so then they also did that. So they lied to you and manipulated you, but they did it from the start. So they lied and they lied to you and manipulated you to thinking whatever it is that they wanted you to essentially think about their past, okay? It's basically what I'm getting. But as far as, did this person cheat on you through the course of their involvement with you? No. Did, they, entertain somebody while being romantically involved with you? No, none of those things. So like that, going back to what I said, it's like, to a certain extent, all the things that are crossing your mind that you think you need to be worried and concerned about, you might be right about a few things. Yeah, you might be, and you might be wrong about other things, So if your biggest worry and concern is, damn, if I get with this one, like, they're probably going to turn around and cheat on me. You know what I mean? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you thought that. That's not something that you have to worry about. However, do I believe that this person lied to you and manipulated you? Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. without a shadow of a doubt. And this whole, oh, poor thing, look, they've been through this, and they haven't been through shit. They haven't been through shit. That is them lying to you. Got to understand that if this person were to come up to you and tap you on the shoulder and be like, you look, Aries, you know, I cheated on everybody I was with. I lied to everybody I was with. I manipulated everybody I was with. You know, I did everybody dirty. Are you going to really turn around and give this man a chance or this woman a chance? Probably not. You're going to run in the opposite directions. What you're going to do, anybody would do that. You see what I mean? Why, like, they lied to you and manipulated you from the start and convinced you into whatever it is that they convinced you of, is because they know that if they were to be honest and transparent with you when it comes down to who they were in their past, your perception of them will change. You wouldn't want anything to do with them. And this is, you know, another thing about this person too is that what I'm getting from this person, what I'm picking up on from this person in particular, that what this person typically does, right, is that they try their hardest to make themselves look as good as they possibly can, but they'll throw in something that kind of like makes them look a little bad. You know what I mean? Is basically what I'm getting. What do they throw in? I don't freaking know, but I am definitely getting that that's what this person does. Yeah, that's what this person does. To, like, I guess throw people off like their path, like, or their whatever the hell, you know what I mean? Oh my God, this person's giving me a headache. Yeah, it's like this person, like, they'll make it seem, you know, like they're just like this, you know, person that has been through, you know, X, Y, and Z, but they'll also throw in something that makes them look bad. You know, like this person might say something along the lines of, you know, I was dealing with, you know, Susan, you know, for X amount of years. And, you know, all she ever did was lie to me over and over and over again. So you know what I did? I lied to her right back. One could look at that as, okay, like, you're just getting your lick back. Like, or, you know, like, well, they just, you know, Susan just fucking deserved that. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they play it. You know what I mean? Is basically what I'm getting, where it's like, they'll make somebody look bad and then turn around and say, but you know what, I also did this. You know what I mean? But that's because they did that to me, you know, but I did do this, you know. They have to, whatever. For whatever reason, this person feels that they have to say something that makes them essentially look bad. And I don't know if it's because they think that it makes people believe them more. You know what? I don't know, Aries. I don't know where you found this human. But this one over here done gave me a headache, and I'm gonna go take an Advil, because I was not mentally prepared for all of this. I was not mentally prepared for all of this. This is a lot. Yeah, this is. But like I said, going back to, like, do I think that you have to worry about this person, you know, cheating on you or anything like that? I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I don't think you have anything to worry about, and it's because you make them not want to be this way anymore. Because they didn't care to lose Bob or Susan or Bill, or freaking Jennifer. They didn't care to lose these people. You know what I mean? They didn't care to lose these people. So that's why they moved the way that they moved. Because, you know, if they do get caught, who cares? You know, they don't care if Bob is there today, gone tomorrow. Susan's here today, gone. They don't care. Like, but with you, they care. And they care a lot. You know, so this person knows that they cannot be this way anymore. They can't be this way anymore, because if they continue to remain this way, then that means they're going to essentially lose you. And they don't want that. You see what I mean? So then there's that, you know. But I'm going to go take an Advil now. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys here next.